Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early January 2026. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Leo collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for these beautiful Leos as we start a brand new calendar year, early January 2026? What energies, messages, insights can we take a peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. So let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Leo. Early January. What's the vibe? What's the energy? Hopefully we're going to start this year off on a nice foot, this nice calendar year. And yeah, I've been getting the same thing for a lot of the fire signs where the energy is just very particular this week for some reason. I like this card. It's very spiritual. There's something here about assistance, whether it's receiving it or giving it. This card I like to title the Helping Hands card. Now, it's not literally titled that, but that's just the vibe that always shows up to me. And there's a lot of different layers to it. But before we fully dive into it, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end. So you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. So as you can see, we have this lovely lady. She's having a little nap, taking a little snooze, and she is surrounded by this big orb of golden protective light with these hands kind of helping her out. Now, to me, first and foremost, huge for spiritual protection. So for a lot of you, whether it's your guides, ancestors, spirit team, whoever it is that's watching over you, this is a big energy and card of reassurance. Like, we're here, we're watching you, we're with you. So I always like that. It makes me feel nice, warm, and fuzzy here. Now, as mentioned, this can represent assistance and help. So for some Leos, if you're going through some tough situations, don't be afraid to ask for assistance or different points of view if you need it. For some of you, this could be someone reaching out to you where it's like, hey, Leo, can you give me a hand with this? Or, hey, if you were in my position, what would you do? It gives me that kind of vibe. Now, if we strip all that away, obviously she's having herself a little nap. So it could represent sleep, like if we're going to get literal about it. So make sure you're getting proper rest, relaxation. Maybe you're going to be having very interesting, vivid dreams that could mean a little more than meets the eye. So we're going to let her continue her nap. We're not going to disturb. Let's get into tarot. It can be cerebral too, but yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for the beautiful Leos. What do we got in early January 2026? And while I get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. So it was titled A Sudden Change. Yeah, there was this energy that does seem to do a flip or a 180 kind of out of the blue. Now, that could manifest in a lot of different ways. It could be the internal world where, oh, my feelings have changed on something. Oh, my point of view has changed. It could be somebody else in that realm, too. It could be a situation doing a complete and total flip-flop. So just know, in this time, a lot of things could be taking that little shift for you. And change isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes it's a little heavy, but to me, it was shifting in a good direction for most of you. So we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for my lovely Leos. Yeah, that was a big shift in energy last week, that's for sure. So what do we got in early January for my lovely Leos? Thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. High Priestess. I like that. I mean, I'm a big fan of her. Normally, I like to start a spread off with an action card. She's not really doing too much action, but she has that mystery to her that I always find alluring. So for some Leos, there could be certain things or situations where it's like, this energy, I just find it very alluring for some reason. Let's get a couple more. Let's see what else we have here. And we'll get into the significance of her as well. There's a lot of things with her. So we have the King of Pentacles. Cool. This could be good. Even if this isn't an earth sign that you're connected to, I like the energy that the King of Pentacles embodies. There's like a nice stability connected to him. Let's get one more. Thank you. 2 wands. Strategy. Planning. Yeah, especially next to King. Okay, we got some intriguing stuff going on here, Leo. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, I like the elemental mix. Now, for those of you that watch me on a regular basis, you know I always like to look at the elements. It gives us a lot of clues about how the energy is flowing. And yours is mixed pretty well this week. We have water, earth, and fire. So there's like a nice even distribution. Now, this could be different areas of life, it could be different aspects of the same thing. But when we have water, that's usually the internal realm, the realm that's more etheric. So think of feelings and emotions and creativity, intuition. That's huge. Personal relationships and connections. There's actually two cards that could be representative of that this week. So whether it's good friends or otherwise, connections could be very important. The only downside to water is that it's never set in stone, right? Like it's an energy that's always flowing, it's always moving in a different direction. So there could be certain things that you might feel are a little up in the air. Moving to the middle, we have earth, and that kind of changes the game because this energy is very much up in the air. This one is the total opposite. It's very predictable. Now, with earth energy, I think of feelings of stability. I think of like our everyday schedule. I think of work, money, finances, investments. I think of schooling. Pentacles to me could also represent home, family. It's the world that we exist in. It's the world of the predictable. So it's like these energies offset each other in some sort of way. Now, the downside to earth energy is sometimes it could feel a little stuck. Sometimes it could feel a little immovable. But yeah, these are total opposites right here on the front. And on the back end, we have the fire, your power element, your comfort zone, the realm of action, the actions that we take, the actions other people take, the actions we decide not to take. It's our it's our vitality, it's our internal motor. So hopefully this is a good thing that it's shown up here. The only downside, it could be a little unpredictable, right? So we have like some unpredictable energy and we have very predictable energy. Let's go through and start building this out piece by piece. Position number one, we start with the beautiful high priestess herself, the goddess herself. She is the matron of psychics, intuitives, tarot readers. She is very highly tapped into anything spiritual and anything regarding intuition. So, for some Leos, your empathy could be heightened. If you're an energetically sensitive person, you might be feeling more than you normally do, whether it's other people's or yours. My intuition is like firing on all cylinders when I see her starting off a reading, which is a good thing. She could also represent deep knowledge as well. So if we put the intuition to the side, notice she's always holding that volume of sacred law. So it's like, I know something you don't know. Now, we'll talk about that more when I get to the challenges of her. She can also just be very hidden, right? This is a quiet, discreet, hidden type of energy. So some Leos might just be in that mode. But the downside to her or potential challenge is that she is very unexpected, right? She is very surprising, out of the blue. She could sometimes represent secrecy, just like I said. Now I know something you don't know, like the withholding of information. That could be something to watch out for. But we're not going to turn her into a negative just yet, right? We want to see what else shows up. And as far as zodiac, she could represent Pisces, but I give her to all zodiacs that are water. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. That's my little personal thing I like to do. Now, moving to the middle, we have the King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. If you're not connected to anyone with those placements, Kings represent control of their respective suits. So just as we were speaking about feelings of security, routine, money, work, finances. When I see the King of Pentacles, it's like, all right, I'm getting this under control. This is a card of blessings and abundance, right? Like this card in its most positive form has it all, has everything and then some. So for a lot of you, this could be great energy coming in. When we go from High Priestess to the King of Pentacles, it's like, oh, all right, I'll take that. That's really nice. Now, the downside to the King of Pentacles, in reverse, he could be a little unpredictable as well. But the biggest downside, it could be set in its ways. So I'm not sure if you're dealing with a person, a situation, or something that's just like very firm, a little stubborn, very set in its ways, or just something that might not be moving to your liking. So we'll take a look at him. Again, I'm not feeling terrible, treacherous, red alarm, red flag energy here, but this energy is unchanging. This energy is always changing. This one's not. Moving to the back end, we have the Two of Wands. Now, all twos in tarot can represent decisions, being at a crossroads, partnerships, one-on-one connections, right? Now, this one in particular can connect to travel, distance, but a big thing with the Two of Wands to me is planning, strategy. So when I have like a King of Pentacles and then I have a card of mystery, now I have a card of planning. It's like, all right, I'm trying to see things before they happen. I'm trying to plan for every eventuality. So whether you're in strategy planning mode or somebody else is, it's like, all right, I'm not going to wing it. This energy on the front wings it. This one doesn't. The downside to the Two of Wands, sometimes it could be a little indecisive. Sometimes it could plan a little too much. Sometimes it could wait a little too long. this energy is a bit of a watcher too. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Leo. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. And yeah, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the High Priestess. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Leo, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, High Priest this time. Yeah, what is this planning? Is there something like you're looking for? Is there something you're keeping an eye on? Let's see. Cool. I don't dislike it. It's another energy that I feel like can work with you. We have the Emperor in the upright underneath this High Priestess. This energy feels very bold, very, very confident to me. Uh, so whether that's an energy you're stepping into or somebody else, like especially with the king, now the king of kings showing up here. Now, a portion of you, maybe it's an Aries you're connected to, but the emperor is a take charge type of energy. It can represent authority figures, people in positions of power. So when I see him in the upright underneath this high priestess, it's like, all right, well, it doesn't matter what comes, I got this. Doesn't matter if a good thing comes, a bad thing comes. This energy is very confident in its own abilities and who it is as a person. So I love the confidence boost. If you've been feeling a little down recently, High Priestess with the Emperor is like, yeah, no, I don't care what comes my way. I got this. So I love and listen, I know Leos are usually very confident individuals. If you've been a little down on yourself, this energy is like a bounce back. That's what I'm picking up here. Now, again, a small portion of you, especially work things, watch out for situations with authority figures and stuff like that. Because with the High Priestess and him, I get somebody potentially trying to control a narrative or how something goes. So it's just something to watch out for. We'll see if we get more themes of that within the reading itself. But I like the boldness. That's like another thing I've been picking up in the fire signs. All of them is like there's a certain boldness to it where it's like, oh, okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's see what the King of Pentacles has. Really want to get to that Two of Wands now. Yeah, because there might be someone they surprise you literally where it's like, oh, okay, that's bold. That's ballsy. That's the vibe I'm getting here. And us fire signs, sometimes we like that, right? Let's see, what do we have with the King of Pentacles? Queen of Pentacles, a lot of people here. And just like I was saying about the energetic sensitivity, it's still here because notice, orbiting the High Priestess, all these different people. We're not seeing a lot of Leo power cards. So we could be focusing on somebody else's energy. Now, I will say this, I do love this energy in the center. The King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, both in the upright, to me, that's blessings, abundance. So for some of you, something may work out, even if you thought it wouldn't. To me, this is like an unexpected winner victory or a surprising one. On the heels of this confidence boost, it's like the more confidence you project, the better the outcome. So whatever situations you're dealing with, whether it's other people, whether it's a work thing, whether it's a personal relationship, the more confidence you project, the better the outcome. If you start beating yourself up, start getting down, 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 and your confidence is taking big hits, I'm not saying you can't bounce back, but I just feel like the more confidence you put out there, the better, which I think is music to a lot of Leo's ears. Because as I mentioned, a lot of you have that natural brightness, right? That natural confidence, and it could be showing through here. You might have a very magnetic, extra magnetic energy in this time where it's like I feel energy coming your way. So it's like I'm emitting light and I'm pulling things to me, emitting light, pulling things to me. Love this Queen of Pentacles in the upright. So again, whether it's an earth sign, I just think the bold approach, the confident approach, the more confident you are with something, the better. Let's keep going. We're going to see what's up with the Two of Wands. Because now, especially with all these people and that magnetism I'm picking up, that could be very strategic. But why is the Two of Wands here, please, for Leo? Thank you. Yeah, I mean, even more people just surrounded by Earth, my good friends. So we have our good pal here, the Page of Pentacles. It's like we have a whole family unit, right? We got the king, we got the queen, we got the page. The only one we're missing here is the knight. So I like this. Again, watch for situations regarding family, friends, circle around us. But the page, you know, they represent new, they represent fresh, but they're also communication. So like when I see it underneath the Two of Wands, first and foremost, just know that you have an extra magnetism in this time, because I feel a lot of energy magnetically coming to you, like here it comes, here they come type of vibe. There could even be energy that's like analyzing you a little bit. So it's like I have this strategy, I have this planning, I have this energy that seems to be keeping an eye on you, or keeping an eye on something, planning to approach about something as well. So it's this. I don't feel like it's walking on eggshells, but there's like some strategy being lined up, and especially with this page of pentacles under the two of wands, it's like, all right, if this is you, it's like I'm planning on having this conversation, or next time I talk to this person, this is what I'm going to say. So along with the projection of a lot of confidence, spirit might want you to not wing something, where it's like, no, don't wing it, don't wing it. Even if you're very confident, plan it out, strategize it out. So we have a lot of people, we got a lot of situations coming your way, very magnetic. We have the planning, we also have the watching. So it's like we have a whole grab bag of other people's energies orbiting yours. So let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow. I think it's good for a lot of you. I mean, unless you're not feeling too social, right? Like if you're not feeling too social, this energy might be a little uncomfortable. But if you look here in the box, position number one, we have the high priestess with the emperor, where it's like, yeah, no, I got this. I don't care what pops up. I don't care what turn this takes. I'm confident. I'm bold. So whether it's somebody you're connected to that's acting a little more bold than they normally are, I kind of appreciate it for some reason. So to me, I feel the more confidence you put out in this time, the better for any situation, work, relationships, or otherwise. Confident approach, bold approach. Watch out for any situations with authority figures too, or perceived authority figures. Moving into the center, we got the King of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Absolutely beautiful. This feels like winds, blessings to me, but at the same time, I can't help but feel the magnetism of you emitting energy and energy coming towards you. Like here it comes, here they come. It's all over the place. Even moving to the back end, we have the Two of Wands with the Page of Pentacles in the upright. A talk that needs to be had, or a talk that you might want to have, just plan it out, be very strategic about it, know what you want to say before you go into it. But at the same time, it's like somebody may be keeping an eye on you, analyzing you. Maybe there's a situation spirit wants you to keep an eye on, but there's this planning too. And with all these people, just feel strategic. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for you, Leo. What's happening? And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end, just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. And yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this card out. What do we got for the lovely Leos? Early January. Okay. Six of Swords, there's like this underlying boldness. So it's funny how I see it in different fire signs showing up in different ways. Because for the Aries reading, I was picking up more of like a risky risk taker type of vibe. For the Leos, I'm just picking up this forward movement boldness, even with the Six of Swords. Now, I'll give you the good and the challenge. The good thing about the Six of Swords, things improving, things getting better, coming out of choppy water into calm. The challenge of the Six of Swords sometimes, if it's not distance between you and another individual, it's an energy that's a little flaky, it's a little flighty. So watch out for any individuals like that where they're not really reliable, or there's just something about their energy, it's a little flaky, it's a little flighty, because that is the big shadow side of this. It could also sometimes represent giving up on something. So for some Leos, there might be someone or something where it's like, should I just give up on this? Like that's a shadow side to this card. So just watch out for the flighty energy. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Sometimes it's actually good. But we're just going to let it chill right there, Leo. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the January subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, or if you'd like to see what 2026 has in store for you, you can book a personal reading with me at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The January schedule's already up, so you could go check it out and see what's available. It's going quick, but for the January subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Everyday Witches Tarot. It's absolutely adorable and is great for readers of all skill levels. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments from today's reading, which card spoke to you the most. Even if the reading didn't quite hit, which card was giving you those warm and fuzzies or really caught your attention. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love and I'll see you soon.